This is Hayden from SHC TV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by Josh Taylor here in Edinburgh. Josh, how are you doing today, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. You want to come closer? You're a bit far away. Aye, sound, mate.
That's good to hear, mate. So yeah, you've just come face to face with Jack since the last time was in Manchester on the Eubank Smith undercard, not the undercard, sorry, at the venue. You know, but then obviously you had to withdraw to an injury. That fight was meant to take place March 4th last year. Now it's obviously come about. How does it feel to finally get over the line?
It's been a long time coming. A lot of noise made around it and all that as well. So, it's good that it's finally made, and yeah, look forward to April 27th.
100%, mate. So obviously in your last fight, you know, you took on Teofimo Lopez. You know, some would say you weren't really at your best. How do you plan on sort of changing that and being at your best for April 27th?
Preparation, good preparation. You know, so this time there's no injuries holding me back. There's no anything like that holding me back. So, yeah, good preparation.
100%. So obviously, you know, it got a bit heated. I got a bit heated, you know, when you came face to face with Jack right there. So that, so you know, it says in the name, you know, hate runs deep. Is that sort of true? You know, how true would you say that is?
Nah, not true for me. I don't hate anybody. A lot of dislike for the guy. You know, a lot of dislike for one another. There ain't much respect there, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'm all right though. I'm sound.
100%. So obviously, you know, this press conference taking place in Edinburgh at the Intercontinental. You know, how sort of was that, you know, having your fans, you know, here? Because this first time you've been in Scotland for a boxing event in about 2 years now. How sort of was it, you know? Did you miss having your fans when you were away in New York?
You know, well, a lot of fans came out to New York, which was great, you know. And today they've tried to sort of stitch me up again with the timings. The day we're at 1:30 when everyone's at work. Tomorrow we're in Manchester, we're at 5:30 when everyone's finished work. So they tried to sort of stitch me up a bit, but they done well today. They came out today and supported. So thank you to the all who came out, and thank you to the guys that have messaged me online that couldn't make it with support. So it's great.
Yeah, 100%. So there's a couple of things, you know, I wanted to sort of cover. You know, up there it was said that the ring would be 20 by 20. So was that your decision?
20 by 20 ring, standard sort of ring, standard size championship ring. So yeah. It doesn't really matter what size the ring is, but it's just a good way to fuck with them.
And then sort of another thing was the fight taking place at 140. You know, some were saying you should maybe move up to 147. Why is the fight taking place at 140? Was it your decision again?
My decision to be at 140. I've given it on his terms that he wanted to fight at the first place at 140, and what everyone else was saying, it should be at 140 for titles and all that. So okay, I'll give you it at 140, and I'll give you the neutral venue as well. So. Yeah, it's all. I've given it all his way.
Yeah, so that sort of leads me on to my next thing. You know, obviously being a neutral venue, what was the sort of process of being in Leeds instead of like Manchester, Glasgow? What was that sort of process?
Well, I think Manchester was booked out, but for another one, I was like, well, I'm not going to Manchester. I won the first fight, so and he doesn't sell any tickets, so it would be empty. It would be most of my fans coming down, and a number of his in a half-empty arena. So what would be the point in that? So I says, okay, a neutral venue. So we've came towards Leeds. We were going to go Liverpool or Newcastle, but they were all booked out on them dates. So we've came to Leeds.
I suppose, you know, with it being Leeds, you know, it won't be extortionate prices for people to, you know, go down travelling from here, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so how's sort of training been? You know, have you started camp yet? Have you been in training before down in Liverpool? How's sort of training been?
Yeah, I've been training for a long time. So we've known this fight's going to be coming about, so I've been training for it for a while. So yeah,
that's good to hear. So yeah, one other thing I wanted to sort of touch on is Sam Jones. You know, obviously, you know, you had a bit of fire up there on the stage just behind us. So you know, do you sort of have hatred for him, or is it sort of?
I don't hate Sam Jones. He's just a plonker. That's all.
So yeah, and then finally, you know, after this fight, you know, there's a lot of hatred. Yeah, again, in the name, hate runs deep. What do you think? So after the fight, you maybe shake his hand, maybe go on, not necessarily being friends, but shake his hand and sort of move on, or do you think there'll always be that sort of animosity?
No shake hands after the fight. That's for sure.
100%. What's your prediction for the fight?
Josh Taylor win by devastating fashion.
100%, mate. Thanks so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Cheers.